Hey guys, good morning. Um, I want to apologize for the lighting. I get up between 3 and 4 every morning, and it's just starting to get light out. But I wanted to get this out to you. Also, um, I'm feeling a little under the weather today, but so I sound a little stuffed up. But also, um, not working today, so as you can see, I got my lazy dog t-shirt on, and I'm just kind of like, I did want to acknowledge the people who have been leaving comments down below, um, about how I'm pretty knowledgeable with music, and that they like the stuff that I'm putting out. I want to say thank you, and thank you for acknowledging that. Really, the I should be thanking my mom, actually, because the reason why I know all these old folk songs and these protest songs and stuff are really because of her. Um, I know in a past video that I did, I had said that, and you guys are all aware that I was in the military for a long time. My mom, if you go back to my mom's generation, actually, when I joined, my mom was pissed. She was like, she stopped talking to me. She was very upset. And here's her reasons. I mean, she came around eventually, but my mom comes from. I told you she actually graduated high school in '68, which was at kind of like the height of the Vietnam War. She had friends going over and not coming back, and her brothers, uh, two of her brothers, went off to Vietnam. Um, but going back to my mom, the reason why I know all these folk songs is because, and protest songs is, my mom heavily protested the Vietnam War, and in fact was arrested several times during the war for protesting at protests. It was like any other type of protests where a lot of times they just pull up buses. The police would just pull up a bus or whatever, and would just like start throwing the protesters into the bus, 30, 40 at a time, and would just fill up the jail cells, and so I don't believe she ever had a criminal record for it, but I do know that she was arrested several times during the Vietnam War. But also as a result of that, my mom, I remember with my sister and I during like car trips, or just around the house or whatever, she would sing these songs, and these are the songs that she taught my sister and I when we were kids, almost like, you know, any parent sings certain, whatever your family structure was or whatever. Um, I think different cultures sing different songs to their kids, or nursery rhymes or whatever. My mom was singing protest songs to my sister and I. Also, but each time I remember standing in front of that Vietnam wall, and my mom looking for the names of her high school mates and friends, and her just crying every single time. She knew right where they were, but every single time. It's just. And it wasn't until I started losing people, it wasn't until 9/11 kicked off. The first time I was deployed, that, as a part of this conflict, and I started losing people, that I truly understood how my mom felt. But yeah, anyway, because I've lost a lot of people, not only during battle, but since they've come home, I've lost a lot of people to suicide. So, or just random stuff like, they've come home and they've become police officers and been, or any type of first responder, and they've been killed as a first responder. Or I had a friend of mine, he came home after being deployed 5 times, came home, not a scratch on him, and 2 months later he was T-boned. He was on his motorcycle, and he was just hit at a cross section and killed by some dumb lady who was texting while she was driving. I mean, it's just unbelievable. But anyway, so that's enough about that. Let's get back to the song we're going to do today, which is This Land Is Your Land. I am not doing the Peter, Paul, and Mary version, like I said before. So the one we're going to do today is by Steve Forbert, Jack Hardy, Jill Burkee, and Mark Dan. And let's see if we can get this thing keyed up and going.
This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. As I went walking that ribbon of highway, I saw above me that endless skyway. I saw below me the Golden Valley. I said this land was made for you and me. And this land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, and from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. I roamed and rambled and followed my footsteps to the sparkling sands of our diamond deserts, and all around me a voice was sounding. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. There was a big high wall there that tried to stop me. And the sign was painted. It said private property. But on the backside, it didn't say nothing. This sign was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. When the sun came shining and I was strolling in the wheat fields waving and the dust clouds rolling, and the voice was a-chanting as the fog was lifting, and it said this land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. One bright sunny morning, in the shadow of the steeple, by relief office, I saw my people as they stood hungry. I stood there wondering if this land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me.
So that was This Land Is Your Land. And okay, so what do I love about this song? I love this song because it's an immigrant song, right? I mean, I'm an immigrant. First immigrant in some cases, second immigrant in others. I told you my grandmother was a war bride on my mom's side. But there isn't, I don't have any bloodlines at all that go back to the Pilgrims or the British, or, I mean, that came over here or at any point. Yeah, so it's important to me because we are known throughout the world and have been always known as a melting pot, right? I mean, for what we are, which is, we're considered basically, I don't know, I hate superpower or whatever, but in the Western world, we are known as probably, what is that? We are known as one of the biggest powers in the Western world, correct? So you have these smaller countries, these third world countries that kind of look to us as, if I can get there, then there's this American dream. Or if I work hard enough, if I get there as an immigrant and I work hard enough, I can get, this and that. And we've had that reputation for so long. And the country was founded on that. Our Constitution is founded on that. And Ellis Island was built for that. I mean, our country, when people come and they start talking about building walls to keep people out, and they start talking about our immigration laws being so, I get so angry, because the fact of the matter is, every single person in this country is an immigrant, except for the Native Americans, the native people of this country, who the original immigrants who came here pretty much wiped out. There's very few natives left. So, I just sit there and I get so angry, because I'm like, who are you? You're an immigrant? I mean, you might have immigrated, your people might have immigrated 199 years ago, but you're still an immigrant. Everyone in this country is. That's what this country was founded on. And I'm proud of that. I'm proud of the fact that we are one of the countries in this world that is a country made up of immigrants. So, I love that line in the song, which is, walked up on a wall, and one side said private property, but the other side was blank. So I entered, because this land is your land, this land is my land, It's true. So that's just my little bit of wisdom for that. So that was This Land Is Your Land. Welcome. And I hope you like the song. You guys have a great day, and take care of each other, because nobody else is going to.